Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection for game week 19 and any transfers that I'm thinking of making as well. So if you are excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 35 likes. Leave a comment, what is your game week 19 team looking like at this moment in time, and also what transfers are you thinking of making. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, as always with my team selection videos, we just do a quick recap of my previous game week score before we get into all the logistics of the next game week. And it wasn't a very good one for me, unfortunately. 51 points, red arrow. I did take a hit as well. I was really like umming and ahhing about what I was going to do in the kind of game week preview video that I made. But what I decided to do with transfer out Livramento for White, and then I took a hit to take out, who did I take out? I took out someone for Foden. I took out Mbumo for Foden. So I took a hit, hoping that, you know, Foden was going to pop off against Newcastle, and then White was hopefully going to get a clean sheet against Leeds. And it couldn't have gone worse, really. White was very close to getting that clean sheet and then did one of the worst tackles I've ever seen in my life. It was surprising that he didn't get booked for it, but gave away a penalty. Rafinha bagged it. There goes the clean sheet. And then Foden decided to go get pissed or something a couple nights ago, or like the win after Leeds. So he got left out of the squad. Like, he didn't get rested or anything like that. Pep basically said that, yeah, they went out, they got, you know, drunk. They weren't very happy with how they kind of turned up to the recovery session the morning after, so they got left out. And that was Philip, Foden, and Grealish. I don't know why I said Philip instead of Phil, but yeah, Foden and Grealish basically got left out of the squad because of those reasons. So hopefully in the next press conference, Pep just comes out and says, yeah, look, they messed up, but it's all done now, you know, we move on. I'm really hoping for that, because if he doesn't say that, he comes out and says, no, they're still being punished or whatever, I'm going to be in a bit of a tricky situation. But that's kind of what happened with those certain players, because a lot of people were asking. De Gea obviously didn't play. Trent got 7. Rudiger and James, finally a Chelsea clean sheet coming in, which I was very much needing. Kante being back in that midfield definitely helped, although literally like an hour before or something, like, the game was nearly postponed, and I was looking at the news and I was like, don't do this to me, don't do this to me, because my god, my game week would have been awful. But luckily they played. Rudiger did get a yellow card, which was a bit annoying. Honestly, Chelsea for me are just boring to watch at the moment. They just can't seem to, I don't know what's happened, but I know they've lost a few players to injuries and stuff, but I mean, they've still got so many world-class players. It just can't really, I don't know, seem to get moving at the moment. But I will definitely take the 11 points and the clean sheet there. Cancelo got a fat 18 bomb. For everyone that captained him, I mean, you know, hats off to you. You absolutely smashed out of the park. I vice-captained him, and I was very close to captaining him, but I decided not to. And oh my god, my game week would have been ridiculous if I did that. And then White obviously getting 2 points. Foden didn't play. Bernardo picked up a yellow, so only got 2 points. Salah, first blank, which feels like in forever, but he's only blanked twice this season. But if you watch the game, I mean, the Liverpool-Spurs game was a really good game of football as a neutral fan, but at the same time, some of those referee decisions were awful. Like, probably should have been a penalty on Jota, and I'm not just saying that because I have Salah and Jota. I feel like it was a pen. And as well as that, the tackle from Harry Kane on Andy Robertson was ridiculous. Like, I don't know how that wasn't, like, VAR properly and he was sent off, because that was such a dangerous challenge. I honestly think that challenge was worse than the one that Robertson did on, I think it was like Emerson Royale or whoever he tackled. But yeah, it was a really, really good game, but I feel like the referee, the sending off of Andy Robertson definitely ruined the game for me at the end of it. And then Jota scoring again, getting 7 points. So yeah, all in all, 51 points, a big fat red arrow. Wasn't great. Well, technically 47, because I did take a -4, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's my game week 18 kind of result. Coming into game week 19 though, in goal we do have De Gea away at Newcastle. Really hoping United actually have a game, and also I'm very happy that I still have De Gea now, because they will have quite a few double game weeks coming up, because I think United have 3 games in hand or something like that, as well as Brighton do. So yeah, really happy that I still kept hold of him. And again, he does have Newcastle away, which is a really nice fixture, because Newcastle are just terrible at the moment. Don't know how United are going to play. You know, they haven't played in a while, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they do really well against them. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, goalkeeper De Gea. In the back line, we have Trent, James, Cancelo, and White. Cannot make my mind up on whether I'm going to play White or Rudiger, but I'll go over that in a second. So yeah, Trent at home to Leeds, who just cannot keep a clean sheet to save their lives. I think they've lost 3 games in a row now. And Liverpool, it's at Anfield. You know, I'm hoping for a big result there. They need to bounce back after drawing with Tottenham, to be fair, because City are just kind of high-flying at the moment. We've got James as well away at Villa. I think will be a very tough game. Villa have played really well against City and Liverpool. Both 1-0s, I think, or something like that. But either way, I think they're definitely going to give Chelsea a good game. Cancelo at home to Leicester. No way he's getting benched after just scoring and assisting. He's always been in Pep's good books. It was just unfortunately got the suspension because of the yellow cards. And then White away at Norwich. I don't think Norwich are necessarily one of the worst teams in the league anymore. They're definitely much better defensively. I think the worst teams now probably are going to be your Watfords, you're going to be your Newcastle and Leeds as well. I think they're kind of the targets that you really want. But yeah, Ben White at Norwich, I mean, it's still a pretty nice fixture. So that's my back line. In midfield, I have Foden, Bernardo, Salah captain, and Jota. So quite a few triple ups for me, which I'm really not happy about, but you know, my original plan was to downgrade Bernardo this week into a Rafinha or maybe even a Martinelli. I'm going to see what happens on that front. But yeah, with how fixtures are and stuff, and how like there might be a blank game week in 22, kind of want to save 2 free transfers for that. So either way, I've tripled up on City, I've tripled up on Liverpool. They've not really had any massive COVID scares. Like the only players that have had a COVID scare at Liverpool, I think, are Van Dijk. I think Henderson has it now as well, and then Thiago. Maybe one more player as well. But City, I don't really think they have any cases, so it's not that bad. But of course, it's the teams you're playing as well. Leeds have no COVID cases, so I'm okay with tripling up on Liverpool this week. Leicester obviously do, but again, it's been a while since they played, so hopefully all of their players are now fit. As well as that, the Premier League did release a statement saying something like, if a team has like 13 players and a fit goalkeeper or something, then they have to play. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of like players missing out, not due to just like getting rested, but just simply because they're just ill and they've got COVID or whatever. But yeah, that is my midfield. And then up top, I have Watkins at home to Chelsea, and then I have Antonio at home to Southampton. And then my bench is Steele, Rudiger, Sissoko, and Locadia. So I'm actually caught in 2 minds here. I don't know whether to double up on Chelsea. Now that Kante is back, I feel like they're strengthened so much more at the back. But again, Villa is a really good side. So what I could do is I could bench Watkins and play Rudiger and just have 5 at the back, 4 in midfield, and then Antonio up front on his own. Or I could just bench White and play Rudiger and James and just keep Watkins. Or again, I could just do what I originally said. So yeah, I really don't know what to do here. I'm caught in kind of 2 minds about it. I don't know whether to back Watkins, which I think he could score against Chelsea, or just back the Chelsea defense. I really don't know what to do. The thing about it is as well is like, I think whoever I bench, I might have one player not play anyway. Like Bernardo might not play, Foden might still be in Pep's bad books, you know, someone might still not play, or someone might get COVID. So I feel like Rudiger will probably come on anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do. But if everyone plays, I'm probably going to go this way, because doubling up on a defense at the moment, especially with Chelsea, with how unpredictable they are, I'm not a huge fan of it. But benching Rudiger, I feel, is just like, I feel like it's going to come back to bite me. You know, he does, you know, he's a threat on corners and stuff. So I feel like if I bench him, he just goes up and scores or something and gets a clean sheet, I'm gonna not be happy. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. I might just end up just playing both Chelsea defense and then Watkins. But then if White gets a clean sheet and Chelsea don't, I'm gonna be annoyed at that. But like I say, if someone doesn't play, then they'll come off my bench anyway. But we'll have to have a think about that. But yeah, that's kind of what my team is looking like right now. Going into transfers, I have 0.4 mil in the bank. I've got 1 free transfer, and I honestly think I'm gonna roll this week. There's not really anybody that I've got my eyes on. Like, again, I was thinking of getting rid of Bernardo this week, but I kind of like tripling up on City for the Brentford game, and even the Arsenal game, to be fair. And then I kind of want triple City for these 3 fixtures here, which is Southampton, Brentford, and Norwich. The Chelsea game is going to be a bit annoying, but again, I'm probably going to get rid of Bernardo maybe after the Brentford game, and then bring in like Diaz or someone for the Southampton game and just double up on City defense. But again, who I downgrade to, I'm not sure, because I also want to bring in Dennis. So if next week I get rid of Bernardo for, like, I don't know, like a Smith Rowe or a Martinelli or someone like that, which will give me quite a decent chunk in the bank. Let's just say I bring in, I don't know, Smith Rowe for 6.1. I've then got 1.8 in the bank. So then I want to bring in like someone for Lockadea, either a Dennis or a King. Probably King, because Dennis might go off to AFCON, which would give me 0.4 in the bank. And then I would literally just get rid of Rudiger and then bring in Diaz, and then I have Diaz for the for those really nice fixtures coming up, which is obviously Southampton, Brentford, and Norwich, because I definitely want triple City for those, because I think it's just 3 clean sheets. Fingers crossed. And that would be my team, and my bench would be strong and stuff. So that might be what I go with. Again, we get a wild card very, very soon. If you haven't played it yet, make sure to play it, because this is the last week to play your wild card. Because at the end of game week 19, we do get another one ready for like the January transfers and everything like that. But yeah, that would be my team kind of going into the new year, which again I would be happy with. But you know, it's just tripling up on teams at the moment is a little bit risky, and I'm not really sure what to do if a game gets called off. Like I say, if City gets called off or Liverpool gets called off, I'm really in the mud. I do still have my free hit and everything like that. I haven't used that yet. And again, we do get another wild card. So worst case scenario, we'll just have to play my wild card early or just play my free hit. But again, there's been a lot of news about a double game week in 22. It's not been confirmed yet, but if that is the case, I obviously want to have my 2 free transfers to bring in players for those teams as well that are doubling up and everything. So yeah, I think the big teams aren't doubling up, and I think all the not as great teams are doubling up, but they've not got the greatest fixtures. So the likes of like Liverpool, City, and teams like that, and Chelsea aren't going to be doubling up, but the likes of like Watford, for example, and maybe West Ham or Villa aren't going to be doubling up. I mean, United definitely aren't going to be doubling up, which I'm really happy about having De Gea. I would also like to have Sanchez in my team as well, but I only have 0.2 in the bank, and I can't really work him into my team unless I take, I know, like bring in Martinelli instead of Smith Rowe or someone, because Brighton will have double ups as well, and that's kind of when you're getting into bench boost territory as well, and really just hoping for something there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to have a think. But again, the main thing that I'm going to do this week is I just need to decide whether I'm going to bench Rudiger, bench White, or bench Watkins. It's a tough one. Either way, though, that is my team selection for game week 19. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 35 likes. Leave a comment. What is your team looking like? Any transfer you're thinking of making, you're going to roll? Let me know. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.